Hello there, I'm Manisha from Aananda Permaculture project, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more about rammed earth construction. Now, if you haven't seen our first video on what is rammed earth building, then I would suggest you check that out before you come and watch this video. Now, rammed earth is basically a wall made out of earth, which is rammed into place till it takes the shape of a wall, right? Because we ram it so much, it becomes quite hard and compressed. And remember that we have added some stabilizers and aggregate in this earth so that it sort of sets quickly over time. Now, some people add cement, but what we've done is we've added lime and we've added normal gravel or what we call bajri in Hindi as the aggregate in this earth. The interesting thing here is that this entire earth has been excavated from our site itself, right? So we've built water tanks because we believe in harvesting rooftop rainwater, and when we were digging for those water tanks, we actually got a lot of earth out, and that's the same soil that we've used to make our walls. Now you may wonder, like, how the hell is this wall standing, right? And I remember when I first heard of rammed earth walls, I thought like one rain and they're just going to get flooded away. But the way this works is that we actually create a shuttering with 2 sheets of ply and some tools to hold the 2 sheets of ply together. Now those tools are a pipe like this which goes through the rammed earth wall, and then this threaded rod is actually put into the pipe, right? And on both sides of the wall, this is then sort of tightened, and a pipe of this kind of look, I think this is a 1.5 by 3 inch kind of a pipe, is fixed on either side to actually hold the structure together.
When you're ramming, there's, sometimes people can't believe like how much of outward pressure it exerts. So you need to really hold that pressure. So just the pipe won't help. So you need some structural members as well.
Now, when that structure and that framework is all put into place, then we take the mixture which we have actually mixed earth and aggregate and lime, and we pour it into this framework 12 centimeters at a time. Once we've made a layer of 12 centimeters, we start ramming it with the help of, tampers, or what we call in Hindi as durmut. You just keep pounding it till you start hearing a metallic sound. When you hear the metallic sound, you know that this has now got enough compressed for you to move on. The 12 centimeters of earth gets compressed down to about 9 centimeters. And then it is time to put the next layer of earth mixture on top of it and start ramming it again. The next day itself, we actually de-shutter the wall. We take out all these screws, loosen the plywood and remove it. And what you will find is a wall like this. And with a little bit of knocking, these metal pipes will come out, leading behind these holes, right? These holes can easily be repaired by putting in a little bit of the same mixture into that hole and then taking a hammer and just tapping it back into place. So repairing the wall is very easy and it's best done the next day itself. One of the main differences between brick and mortar construction and rammed earth construction is that in rammed earth construction we have to plan first and execute later. In a brick and mortar construction we tend to execute the wall first and plan later, because we can always make a cut in it, a hole in it, we can break up some part of it. Even if you want to put a window in it, you can sort of knock down a few bricks and put in a window. But in a rammed earth wall you cannot do that. So here planning is of utmost importance. One must know where the electrical pipes are going to go and where the plumbing pipes are going to go well in advance.
So we wanted to integrate the electrical pipes into the rammed earth. So we ended up, so that means you have to really plan ahead. You really need to see where you can't do any jharis or, which is a regular practice, and to train, our electrician or our masons to do that. And then also to be really careful when they are laying it, that it has to be at the right point, the pipes, you need to kind of think in advance and put the bend at the right moment, and then just leave it there for the electrical box. So all that needs to be planned in this kind of when we're doing an integral rammed earth like this.
One must also have an idea of where the windows are going to be placed and where the doors are going to be placed.
We came up with this idea where we can actually insert like a wooden piece into the edge of the wall. So this is the edge of the rammed earth wall. And if you notice, this one is about 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch wooden piece, and obviously the wood has to be a certain quality. It won't be like prone to termite, or it has to be dry enough.
When the shuttering is removed, we have a wall with a piece of wood embedded in it, and that's the wood into which we screw in our door and our window frames. Where electrical pipes are concerned, we need to place them within the wall at the beginning, and then when you de-shutter the wall, you will see the bends of the electrical pipes are showing. And finally, with plumbing pipes, you have to again embed them within the wall, and you will see them popping up from the top of your rammed earth walls. So that's really how a rammed earth construction works. And you can do it in any shapes and any forms by just altering the shape of your shuttering.
You can make the formwork in any shape, and all you're doing is you're putting this sort of loose material and you're tightening it. So the walls, the junctions don't need to be like perpendicular, for example. So these are 19 mm ply pieces that have been laser cut to that exact angle, and then there are these vertical pieces that join it together, and then we have in between a metal sheet which is the one that actually touches the earth. So rest of the process is very similar. Have these threaded rods and the nuts and bolts and the pipe in between to hold it together.
So I hope that this actually piques your interest a little bit, and you consider building something which is more sustainable, like a rammed earth wall, which is likely to last about a few hundred years, and also self-regulates the temperature, which we'll talk a little bit more about in another video. So that's it from us today, and if you are interested in sustainable architecture, then do subscribe to our channel and follow this playlist called How to Build a Sustainable House. We'll be putting out a bunch of videos around natural earth construction, water harvesting, lime plasters, and a whole lot of other technologies which we've used in our house to make sure that we live with a very, very small carbon footprint. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.